Hello world, welcome to the Byte Size Podcast. Today we will talk about the history of computer mice and how they work. But before I go into that, I'd like you to imagine a world without computer mice. Imagine just how difficult, uncanny, and unnatural it would be to use your computer. Today, computer mice are practically a necessity if you want to just use your computer. Anyways, let's start with the first prototype mice. According to Wikipedia, one of the earliest prototypes of computer mice was invented in 1946 by Ralph Benjamin. It used a metal ball and two rubber-coated wheels. One of these wheels moved the mouse forward and backwards, while the other one moved the mouse from left to right. This trackball was kept as a military secret shortly after World War II and was used for fire control radars. Mind you, the first computer keyboard was invented around the late 1860s and early 1870s by Christopher Latham Scholes. The mouse is a modern marvel compared to the keyboard, being invented only about 80 years later. However, many scholars today credit Douglas Engelbart as the inventor of the computer mouse, likely because it was meant for a computer. He showed off his mouse in 1963, where he called it a bug. It consisted of a drop point with two wheels. Engelbart said that his mouse would be much easier and more natural to use. In 1968, 5 years after Engelbart's mouse, the first rolling ball mouse was shown in a German sales brochure. It was similar to today's mice, but instead it had a small ball located on the bottom of the mouse that would move a rotational transducer to sense which direction the mouse was moving. The ball mice were used extensively, and many later mice would end up using this ball mechanism. Since the late 1990s, many mice started using 3 buttons as a standard. As we know them today, the left mouse button, the right mouse button, and the scroll wheel button. It was until the invention of the optical and laser mice that the ball mice were replaced. The ball mice were less accurate and got dirty easily with dust and dirt and grime getting trapped around the ball socket. These optical and laser mice use light to detect whether a mouse is moving. According to Lenovo, an optical mouse uses an LED to illuminate the surface beneath it. The mouse then captures the reflected light and uses an image sensor to interpret the movement. Today we still use optical and laser mice, and in case you were wondering, what is the difference between an optical and laser mouse? Well, a laser mouse is very similar to an optical mouse, but the main difference is that a laser mouse is more accurate, allows for higher sensitivity, and has smoother tracking. Today, computer mice continue to evolve. In the past, PS2 mouse ports were the most common way to connect a mouse to a computer, but as technology has developed, many PS2 ports have been somewhat replaced by USB ports. And many mice have even started using Bluetooth to create wireless mice. So imagine, once again, how different the computer would have been if it wasn't for the mouse. Websites, video games, and much more would have relied solely on the keyboard. It's fascinating how quickly mice have evolved, and it makes you wonder what else is in store for the computer mouse in the future. Hand tracking? Eye tracking? Who knows? Anyways, thanks for listening.